Boom. Live. Oh. All right. Oh man, he on Daniel already on here. What up? What up? What's up, Andrew? Corner Rainbow. What's going on? Let me go ahead and add my next guest real quick. Boom. Hold on, it's not. Hold on. Base, I'm not. Yeah, give me just a second. How you do this, baby?
Do what?
It's not adding. You see right here? He right here, the first one. I'm gonna tell him to send a request.
You must upgrade app in order to join.
Hey Daniel, you got you have to upgrade your app to in order to join.
You got to update.
Yeah, my next guest Daniel Bus. I'm trying to add him. I think he needs to do his latest download. So if you hear me, go ahead and do that, and we'll be right here. Damn, bro. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and do that. He on the West Coast. 1 second, got you. So for the 30 people that's watching right now, what's up? This is Dope Men Soul, the next episode, episode number 16. And basically it's just an episode where I try to highlight guys that I find online that I think are really cool, really dope. Oh yeah, let me mute that. That I think really cool and really dope. And because the men's sewing community is like almost non-existent almost. There's a lot of guys that sew, a lot of guys that have been sewing before I even started. And I like to hear their story because for me, I learned from my wife and she's like the queen of the sewing world. So all my resources, all my tools, everything was, okay, he's here. Go. That was a quick update. You must got that high speed 5G going on. Daniel, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, Norris?
What's good? That was a quick update, man. That was a quick download.
Yeah. Got some booming Wi-Fi in here, so.
I see. You must got that 5G. Let me turn you all the way up so I can hear.
Okay.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Excited to be here. Love the community you've created, man. It's awesome. Love guys sharing their projects and hearing their sewing journeys. So excited to be on here today.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. So I'm gonna just let everybody know the show format. First, my dog trying to play with me. Get out of here. So the show format is pretty much I'm gonna be just a casual conversation with Daniel. We're gonna go about 20, maybe 30, 40 minutes, and then the last like 15, 20 minutes we're gonna leave it open for questions. So if you look, there's a get out here.
It's the dog.
Baby, you can get
Get out.
So if you look at the corner at the bottom right, there's a little question mark inside of a circle. You hit that and then put your questions in, and later on we can go in and just filter through some questions. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, man. Everybody, welcome to another episode of Dope Men Soul. This is episode number 16. Today's guest I have is Daniel Bus, all the way from the West Coast. So first, Daniel, I just want you to open up, just tell us a little bit about yourself, outside of sewing, everything just about you, where you're from, how you grew up and all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, sounds good. So my name's Daniel. I'm from Roseburg, Oregon, which is a small town on the West Coast. Yeah, a little bit about me. Yeah, I mean, growing up, I was really inspired by Tinker Hatfield's designs for the retro Jordans.
Oh.
So when I was like, I mean, it took me a while to get to sewing, but as a kid growing up, the most inspiring designs for me were like all the retros. Like in 6th grade, I'd go online, look at all the designs, memorize all the colorways, the names of the Jordans. And so for me, being from Eugene, Oregon, which is where Nike was founded, that like there was a big sneaker culture here. And so growing up with these really cool, innovative designs from Michael Jordan is what kind of got me going in terms of being interested in fashion and interested in design. But outside of being interested in fashion, I'd say for the last 5 years, I've been involved in ministry to some extent.
Okay.
In 2014 and 15, I did a short school called the DTS, where you do like a 3-month training, a 3-month mission trip. And then 2016 to 2019, I did ministry school at a school called Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry.
Okay.
Now I work as a youth assistant here at a local church. I love my job. I just get to invest in youth, help them grow in their relationship with God. And I get to lead with an amazing team and community here. So
That's awesome, bruh.
yeah, it's
That's
been great.
what's up, man.
Thanks, dude.
So when you go on these outings, man, do you have your retro J's on with your suits and everything?
I feel like there's a little of an evolution happening. I think as a kid, that was the doorway. I think now I'm looking more like towards higher end boots, things like that. But
okay.
yeah, like summertime, some 77 blazers with like some vintage shirts or something, something like that.
I got you.
But
Okay,
yeah.
that's up. All right, well, that's cool, man. So coming from, I guess, starting with fashion, looking at the retro J's, how did you kind of like how did you go from that into like the sewing world, or was there something in between,
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of space in between. 6th grade to now is a long time ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that was just the gateway that got me interested in fashion or having an appreciation for it. Like I never felt involved at any measure growing up, but just having an appreciation for design and design making like an impact on me was with those at first. But kind of how I started with sewing was my brother in 2013 started making like little pocket tees on my grandma's sewing machine.
Okay.
And it was the first time I had seen someone do something that I thought was really cool, and there was a guy doing it. And at the time, it was kind of looked like he'd make these cool pocket tees that were floral, and then he'd take off a sleeve on the shirt, and he'd replace that sleeve with a completely different fabric.
Oh wow.
I remember like he made me a really cool pocket tee, and a lot of our friends were like, "Man, can you make me one of those? Can you make me one?" So that was the first time I saw it. But I actually started sewing this year, actually over the summer.
Oh, nice. You mean 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Got you.
Yep. So yeah, during this year, I think I just had a desire to explore sewing a little bit. So my brother had a sewing machine, so I asked him to borrow it. And I had a housemate who had been doing sewing projects during quarantine, like just nonstop, just busting them out. And so I had that person there to kind of help me get started. Like I asked a lot of questions. Like I had no idea what I was doing. Like I'm watching the Singer heavy duty tutorial video. I'm learning thread the needle. So that is kind of how it started. I mean, seeing my brother do it and then having a bit more time during this season of life this year, it just felt like I've always had an interest in fashion and I've always had an interest in making clothes. And so I felt like this year was just the right time to start now that I'm out of school and working. So, yeah.
That's what's up, man. So the very first introduction, to sewing was you saw your brother do it?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is the very first person you saw was another guy doing it?
Yes. Yeah. So,
man, that's what's up.
Like growing up, my mom sewed us some like Halloween clothes like that.
Okay, so you saw your mom growing up making things. Okay.
I never saw her like in person do it. I just remember putting on the clothes. But the first person I saw physically sew was my brother. So yeah.
That's what's up. So how long your brother been sewing?
So my brother's sewing. So my brother's actually really into videography and photography. Like that's what he's really good at. But he's so, I mean, he dabbles on and off. Like sometimes he'll just get in the mode where he just wants to do a little bit of sewing. But he's not super consistent with it.
Okay.
Since he hasn't been very consistent. So
okay. So on your IG, man, I've been looking at because I know you tagged me in a few things, and I was like, man, you got a little funky style, bro.
Hey, hey.
You had like the tiger stripe pants, you had the leather with the zipper on the side. I'm like, who is this guy? So like when I see something like that, I'm like, oh man, he with it all. So I'm zooming in, looking at the details. I'm like, this was up. So you only been sewing, I mean, not even a year now. You said just this past summer, right?
Yeah, just about 7 months. So
It's and pants is something a lot of people hold off doing because pants is like something like you gotta get the fit right, the pockets, the fly front. Like that's something people don't want to just dive into. Is like the first 6 months. You know, they do you know what I'm saying, do a couple of shirts, do a couple of accessories and bags and stuff like that. But what made you just go full with it? You know what I'm saying, like that?
yeah, I mean, well, first, I mean, I started just like watching the tutorial, right? Like just going through that heavy duty tutorial and just putting fabric through the machine a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna use some old shirts. I'm just gonna try different stitches, stitch lengths, tensions. But what it was actually you, man. I went to Joann's because me and my buddy Karis, who a friend of mine was living with at the time, she was going to get patterns, and I went with her. And I looked through the Simplicity patterns, and I saw
Yeah.
your,
That's
and
what's up.
I was like, you know, and what drew me to it was actually the way that you styled it.
Yeah.
Like you cropped the pants, the shoes that you wore with the pants,
Yeah.
just like it together. I was like, I would totally wear these pants, like if I had them. And I
Yeah.
feel this is something that I want to make. So I think because I had that desire, like to make that, is what helped me like jump into like this is something I genuinely want, so I'm gonna go for it. And
That's
it
what's
was
up.
yeah, first time was tough. It was tough for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what's up. That's something that I guess like my wife be saying a lot, just representation, just seeing another guy wearing something and styles and everything. Because when I first started sewing, I went to the pattern store with wifey and I'm going through the patterns and she like finding all kind of stuff. Oh, I like this, I like this, I like this. And she got like a stack of like 20, 30 patterns almost. And I'm
Oh
looking
dang.
through and I'm like, man, I can't even find them that I even like. It's patterns is a few, but some of
Yeah.
them kind of outdated, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just I mean, I
It's
say it all the time, you know, like we you all know the story. So like I just had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, through her brand with simplicity to you know what I'm saying, design a few men's patterns here and there just to see how they do. And it's just good to hear, you know what I'm saying, you went through and you found something that you like, man.
yeah, I appreciate it. And on that as well, just like the video that you did with that,
Yeah.
just it's great. Honestly, I reference it from time to time, but that video literally taught me how to sew. Like I've
Oh,
just
wow.
so many times, like especially early on, just being able to visually see what's happening was super helpful. So
Okay. So I saw is that your latest that's on your page? Or is that your sister or
say that again.
is that your lady or your sister that's on your page?
Oh,
Or
it's
yeah.
just a friend.
Oh, just a friend. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Do she sew? Do she ask for you to make her things?
No, I've actually never made her anything. She's actually really great at sewing as well, and she has an
Oh,
Instagram called Karis Makes.
okay.
She was living in Roseburg. We were living with a group of friends, and she just moved down to Redding, California.
Oh,
So
okay.
made her own stuff that was really cool, more her own style. So yeah.
Okay, so do you hit her up for like little different tips and stuff since I guess she's been sewing a little bit longer?
Uh not as much anymore. Like I spent a lot of time sewing from summer till now.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
I think I did like 10 pairs of your pants within that time. And I think in some ways she's more skilled in like the really detailed things.
Yeah,
Um, but at this point I usually just use YouTube. But for the first, I'd say 3 months, I hit her up a ton. Like,
gotcha.
hey, please help. Like, what do I do?
Okay.
Up. So
All right. So during that time of you learning, what's been your I guess your best resources outside of the pants, the DIY pants video I had? Like what's been like your most resources for I guess um I mean, just for overall, just learning to sew. I mean, from different techniques, from I guess patterns to fabrics to tools. Because I know it's not much out there that's kind of catered to us. So you have
yeah,
to you have to, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like filter through a lot of different things just to find something that you could really, you know what I'm saying, use.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of everything. It was my friend Karis. It was there are guys on Instagram who do a lot of cool custom work that they sell on Grailed. And some of those guys I would like hit up or ask like, hey, how did you do this? And then they'd hit me back. Or if I'd see something that I liked that was for sale, like on a men's site where you can message the seller, I'd ask like how they made certain things. A lot of the time, like for the zipper on the leather pants, I just went on YouTube and just looked up how to do like, you know, how to do those kind of things. Also, I want to join again, but I was on the Sewed Academy for a while, and a lot of the things that are on there, the resources that are available, help a ton. Like just the little things on the way you cut a pattern, the way, just the details that you would maybe go over your head when you're first sewing.
Yeah.
Available on there, I think is super important and super helpful. And in a lot of ways, I think it would have been good to start a sewing project from the Sewed Academy.
Oh, that's what's up. I didn't even know you was on the academy at a certain point.
Yeah, I was just for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so when you started sewing, what was your very first project? Was it the pants?
What was my favorite? Yes, it was the pants. That was my very first project.
That's your very first project? Man, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Dude, I was sitting on the couch watching Bernie Mac and just seam ripping. Like,
oh, okay.
so much. Like, man, I seam ripped the heck out of that thing so many times. But they turned out, in the end, I wear them sometimes still. So they're
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. I mean, you learn a lot during mistakes. I mean,
Yeah.
once you do that seam rip, you're like, I don't want to use this as much. So how can I avoid doing this the next time?
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, that was my first project. And yeah, it was, I mean, just messing up, like you learn so much from that. Like every time I messed up, I never felt like I was taking a step back. It always felt like I was progressing. Like,
Yeah.
Something new. I'm learning what I'm doing wrong. I'm learning how I can improve. So it was frustrating as heck, but I was never like, I never felt like I'm losing here doing this. So.
Gotcha. So the frustration didn't overwhelm you. You was able to keep going.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe
So,
some days it did. Maybe on some. Okay, I need to take an hour break. I need to step away.
oh, that's cool. That's with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to put it away. Don't look at it. Come back. You know what I'm saying? When you freshen up and have a clear eye on what you're doing. So you only been sewing, I mean, months now. You know what I'm saying? Up under the year. So outside of your first project, what's some like the different things you've been making besides, I guess, your pants?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty much been just pants.
Oh wow.
And just heavy just pants during this time. I think for me, when I think about pieces that I want to make, it's pants, because if I look at my closet, I like wearing a lot of vintage shirts, more baggy, interesting fitting type shirts.
Yeah.
I like to make a pair of pants that can really complement that. Maybe use a fabric that's not available in a store.
Yeah.
Or something that I feel like I can't find at a store that will really complement what I'm wearing. So I haven't expanded. I actually bought around Christmas time the pattern for your camo coat.
Oh, okay.
But I want to.
That's the unisex jacket.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I want to branch a little bit more into that in this year. But at the moment, I'm just really enjoying doing pants, and I'm wanting to really kind of perfect that, like get really good at it. Yeah,
I ain't mad at that, man, because that's really cool, because a lot of guys think that sewing is, I mean, you got to know everything or do everything at once, but if you enjoy and you have a certain purpose on something, you make that, you know what I'm saying? And if you keep over time, you're just going to get better and better and better at it. So within making the pants, what's been like the most challenging thing in that you had to like conquer, and like once you got done with it, you was like, yes.
Yeah. Oh man. I think it depended per the pair of pants, because different fabrics just are received differently in the machine. So I mean, when I did those zips on those leather pants, faux leather, like it's super thick.
Yeah.
when you fold it over to do to add the zipper on the bottom, that's like 5 layers of fabric, and it's super dense. So that, I mean, I had to be really violent with it and pull it and like just get it under the machine and make it work. And it ended up turning out good. That was pretty tough. But I think for me, something that I'm even still, getting better at is waistband.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I know it has a welt pocket that, you know what I'm saying, and the front, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of that could be challenged, so I was just curious on what you found.
Yeah.
You know
I say for me personally, the waistband, I think just getting it to look really clean, I think has been a challenge for me. Like, I'm okay with it being a little bit jagged sometimes because I wear a lot of oversized stuff, so it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
But just, wanting to get to a point where it's like, I did this really well, or feeling like I did really well. So, yeah.
Okay. So what kind of sewing machine you sew on?
Yeah, so I've been borrowing my brother's for the last 7 months. It's a Singer heavy duty.
Okay.
I don't know like the exact numbers or anything. It's probably like from 2019 or something. So
I think I know what you're talking about. You have the gray one? Is it a gray with the red writing on it? Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's your sewing machine now. If you had it this long,
I know.
That's a long borrow.
Hey,
That's a long borrow.
He's being super nice to let me borrow it. So I mean, I don't want to take ownership of it because he's just been so chill about it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you ain't watching this live. Man.
No, he probably is in here. I wouldn't be surprised. He knows this is going on today. So.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what type of fabric you like working with, man?
Man, anything that's like kind of like just kind of a statement. I feel like I really one thing that I'm interested in doing or finding is like really like cool vinyl. Like I want to start doing stuff with vinyl. I love like I'm definitely inspired by like the way Playboy Cardi dresses and some of these
okay. Yeah.
A bit more, taking risks, doing things that are a little unconventional. So I like a lot of what he's wearing. So yeah, like messing with vinyl. I really liked the leather project was easy. Like the machine actually like took the faux leather really, really well. It didn't feel like I had to like do anything special. I felt like literally I could just let it go through the machine and it worked great. So
yeah,
that was probably my favorite material to work with. And then also I did like I bought a tablecloth at a garage sale. I made a pair of pants out of it.
Oh,
and
wow.
Material was like, it was almost like a linen type material. It was great.
Okay,
yeah.
Man, I wish you was close by, man. We could go get some fabric and stuff together. I like your style, man.
Thanks, bro.
You taking risks and everything. That's good, man. Yeah, that makes me excited. I can't wait to see, you evolve and, get into more different pieces and stuff like that. So, like, how's your sewing space set up? Like, do you have like a whole space dedicated to it, or you take a piece of a room and you transform it when you work? Like, how you navigate that whole situation? Because with sewing, it takes up space. So you need a table sometimes. You need to sew. It's a lot sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I just moved, so I'm actually recreating a sewing space. Okay. I moved in. The day you texted me to do this was the day I moved into my new place. So in my previous sewing space where I was living, I had like, I have this like really like stand-up table that I can stand up at, and kind of got the TV in the same room, and a counter that I can like cut on if I need to cut on. So yeah, I have like I had a counter to work on. I had my sewing table to work on. But you're right. It takes space, especially like cutting out a pattern, dealing with all the scraps, all that stuff. It takes a lot of space and time. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's kind of nothing too. Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say would be like, I guess, something that you inspired to make? Like, what's that one thing that you like, hey, if I learn how to make this, I'm going to be so excited. I can't wait to get this one piece done.
Sure. I think one thing that I am looking forward to or excited about is, or that I've been getting more into is going to a store, buying used clothes or buying clothes that are in really good condition still or vintage, and then taking them apart and adding design elements to them is something that I've been doing more recently.
Okay, like refashioning, kind of, oh, like
Yeah.
up fashion, upscaling, whatever you call it.
Yeah. So I took a pair of Calvin Klein pants, took them apart, and in like 3M lettering, so like it glows like when there's light on it. I did heaven on one side, just like all one word all the way down the leg, and then on earth on the other side.
Oh
And
wow.
I sold them like around Christmas time to someone on Grailed. But I'm wanting to like really like start drawing, designing, maybe using Adobe. And I haven't dabbled like hardly at all in it, but just starting to like come up with design concepts. Because what I enjoy the most with sewing is the design elements that you can add. It's the little things that you can add that make it unique, that make it cool. So I'm getting more into like repurposing type projects, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's a unique skill, man, because when I first saw you with those faux leather pants
Mhm.
and you had the zipper at the bottom, I was like, oh wow, he took my slacks, you know what I'm saying, then made them these faux leather with the zippers at the bottom. I was like, man, that's so dope.
Mm.
So yeah, so like having that skill set is so good because prior to me sewing, when I was styling, different clients, I used to go and get stuff like that from like a thrift store or get fabric, and then I would take it to my tailor, and I would have a whole, you know what I'm saying, a whole like job for him to do, like redoing things and adding a whole different lining and all that stuff. And I really never thought about doing it myself, you
Mm.
know, and even now, like I prefer to like just make something from scratch than take it apart.
Mm.
But what people don't know is it's a whole nother skill to taking it apart and making it look like it was like that from the beginning, you know?
Yeah.
So like you having the interest is that it's so nice, man. That's pretty cool to do.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah. And you having a passion for that is just, I mean, that's just remarkable, man. I love seeing people take something that's already done and just redoing it and making it look like something totally different.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot, man.
Yeah, man. So Daniel, man, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I have any questions right now. For those that have questions, put it in the question mark with a little circle at the bottom, your bottom right screen, and we will try to get to them. So, question: Some stitches. Oh, that's the name. Some stitches. What is your biggest challenge as a man in sewing in the sewing community?
Is this for me?
Either one of us. So
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's necessarily challenges. I think just what's available for me, like finding like what Norris and I were saying earlier, like, I wish that, Joann's had a bit more of a selection for men's patterns. Like I would
Yeah,
really sew some cool patterns. Like let's say, I mean, I love if like a high end like fashion label drops some patterns. Like that would be
yeah,
the dream.
yeah. Right.
So I think it's just finding resources. I think has been difficult at times, but that'd be, I feel like, the main challenge for me. So
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't just put it on Joanne's. I mean, that's just what that's what the big four has.
sure,
McCall's, Vogue. That's all they got. I mean, that's all they have to sell. I mean, yeah, that's been a major challenge, just finding patterns. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, me and wife here working on getting more patterns out, and you know what I'm saying, and now that we seeing how they doing, and then now I'm getting more responses from people like you. So now, like, okay, cool. They want to get more, you know what I'm saying, the stylish pattern. They want this and that kind of element. So that's just good to know. Um, a bigger challenge for me, I mean, the same thing. Also, just not just bigger challenge for me, but just for guys that can't see past certain things.
mm,
Like when you go looking for a sewing machine, I mean, a lot of sewing machines have, you know what I'm saying, little flowers on it and little different things like that. You know what I'm saying, or named after women. I
yeah,
could see how that could discourage, you know what I'm saying, any other, like just other guys, you know.
true,
So just taking note on small things like that is it could be a challenge for just men in general.
yeah.
Let me see what else we have. We have, let me see, what you consider sewing women's fashions. would you consider sewing women's fashion?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say absolutely. I've had a few of my friends who are girls hit me up like, hey, I'd love you to make me a pair of pants in the fabric that you're using. And so I think in the future, definitely, I think it's easy. Like when you're sewing, like it takes a lot of time to make one thing. So if I'm making something, I like making it for myself because it takes
Yeah.
hours of work.
Yeah.
But in the future, I'd love to sew for some of my friends. I really would like to. So yes, absolutely, yeah. But I would really have to get like exact, specific, measurements, all that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I've made women's wear. I mean, especially helping wifey out, especially with some of her samples and stuff here and there when her schedule is just crazy. But I've made women's wear on mistake too. Like I've made like a co-ed pattern, like a unisex pattern for myself, and I like forget to like adjust something or make it longer, and then it ends up fitting my wife. So I've done that too. If that answers the question. So this question right here is for you, Daniel.
Okay.
When are you going to make some skinny pants with sequins?
That's the gal who I was telling you about who helped me with sewing. That's Karis. Shout out to Karis.
Oh, that's your friend. Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool.
When Karis, it's just got to be the right time, right season, But I don't know. Sometime soon, hopefully.
Sometime soon. All right, there it is. There it is. Let me see, Andrew. What's the hardest part about planning to sew a new piece?
What's the hardest part about planning? Maybe it's not planning. Maybe it's finding that motivation.
Yeah, inspiration. Yeah,
exactly. It's like what's going to inspire me. Sometimes I need to put on some music, put on a show, and
yeah,
it's just finding a space where I know I'm going to be comfortable for a few hours. So yeah, that's probably
for
also,
me. Oh, go ahead. You were done?
I'm done. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, so for me, I think a lot of inspiration because sometimes I get real technical. I don't mind like creating a pattern, so seeing something and seeing someone on Instagram screenshot it and then like going to the table and making a whole new pattern just by measuring myself or taking a whole old pattern and modifying it. But sometimes I don't want to do all that. Sometimes I just want to go get a pattern, find my size, cut it out, so cut my fabric and sew. But I guess with the limited amount of patterns and the styles that we currently have now, it's like, man, just trying to find something I can just easily modify. You know what I'm saying? So that's once I get past that, I mean, scheduling time for sewing is a little bit easier when the schedule allows it.
Yes, yeah, it's good.
Let me see one question. This your friend? You know Andrew?
I haven't talked to him a lot. He's a buddy from high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When are you regulators getting some? Oh, yeah, that's almost the same question. Inspired designs from.
Bro,
So where do you get inspired designs from?
Oh, where do I get inspiration from? Yeah, there's some guys on Instagram. One guy, his name's FYI. I'm Ty. Teller. He does like lots of custom stuff, and it's amazing. It's literally amazing. So he's been really inspiring. I've messaged him a few times on Instagram, and yeah, I get inspired by other people who are doing creative stuff. I think designers that I'm liking what they're making. I'm not super deep in the fashion world, but obviously, you follow people on Instagram, you see what they're making.
Yeah.
I like a lot of like the aesthetics that Matthew Williams is doing. A lot of his designs are incredible. I love like the fabrics and styles and feel that he's going for with his looks. Yeah, I mean,
a little bit of everything, huh?
Yeah, but everything, yeah.
Yeah. Same here, man. Same here. I mean, wife in the house. I mean, she's super creative, so I get a lot of inspiration from her. Obviously Instagram. It don't matter whose account it is. I'm strolling. If I see something I like, if I see a women's blazer cut a certain way or a women's pant, I can see that. I could do something to it and make it mine. I screen it. So, I mean, inspiration just comes from, almost anything. I mean, I could be in the gas station and seeing somebody walk in and my eyes just go to like a certain detail and I try to think about it and, you know what I'm saying, redo it and when I get back to the house. So yeah, just like you, I get a little inspiration from a lot of different places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see what else we have. What I use? Okay. Oh, wife said dinner's ready. Give me I'm gonna go a few more questions, baby. Give me 1 second. What projects are on your sewing table now? You have anything on your sewing table right now?
I'm almost done with a pair of black, kind of like, I would describe it as like tar denim pants, or like this like metallic shiny denim. But I'm wanting to do, I have a pair of pants that I've started to rip open that are all black and they're pretty baggy.
Okay.
I've honestly been wanting to get a Cricut maker so I can just like cut out stuff real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got this pair of pants that I'm gonna do some custom lettering or details on sometime soon. So I'm excited.
Okay.
What about you?
For me, I don't have anything on the table right now. But I've been thinking about some faux leather pants, especially after I seen yours. I wanted to do like some hidden snaps on the outside, like a little on the outside seam. So I just have that pant design. I just haven't just made the pattern yet, but I think that might be one of the next things, especially since Wifey and Brittany J. Jones just got some new faux leather fabric in at Melanated Fabric. So yeah, babe, I got you. Yeah, so there's a navy. What colors are these? Navy, black,
we got black,
brown, navy,
like a cream color,
cream,
and red.
Woo, and red.
They're going up soon.
Okay, coming up soon. My bad. I'm gonna let her photograph them and do all that good stuff, so I can get some of that.
I might need to get some red faux leather, man. That sounds
that sounds like some heat. Yeah. So yeah, man. That was cool, man. We're gonna have to wrap a little bit more outside of this, man. I like your vibe. And yeah, we definitely can keep each other inspired and all that good stuff too. Before we close, man, is there anything that you want to plug? Anything you got going on currently right now? Also, it could be sewing or outside of sewing. You know, what I'm saying, just like what you got going on.
what I got going on. Man, just loving doing youth ministry. Love hanging out with youth kids, having a good time, creating a safe space for them to be themselves, especially during this crazy time, and creating a space for them to experience God. So I love doing that, and gonna keep on doing some awesome projects coming up.
Okay.
Excited for that. So that's about all that's on my plate right now.
Okay, maybe you can create a little program, you know what I'm saying, at your church, bringing some of the youth in, teaching them how to make a few things too in the future.
That's actually a great idea. I'd love to do that. We got a lot of young dudes in the group, so I'd love to do some of that if they're interested. So
okay, all right. Well, Daniel Buzz, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time, and for everyone, thanks for watching another episode of Dope Men Soul Live, and we will see you in the next one. All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.